Well, hi all. This one's a little different. I want to tell you about two books I've written, and I do this with a bit of hesitation. I've never been good at promoting myself, but I've written these two books and another that's just about to be published. I did it to help people, but my wife convinced me that to do all this work to write a book to help people, then never let anybody know the book is out and how to get it makes no sense. How is that helping anybody? So yeah, here goes. The first book is titled Stolen Identity. Here it is. Stolen Identity, Rediscovering Who We Are in Christ. Now, I wrote this after counseling people for over 30 years, and I noticed a common thread. So much of the time, people that were in that was sitting across the desk from me had spiritual problems because they simply didn't realize what God had done for them. They didn't realize who they were in Christ. They didn't realize how secure they were in Him and how great His promises to them were. And so this book is meant to address that and provide truth for a believer to stand upon. Now on Amazon, there hasn't been a whole lot of purchases because I never told anybody it's out there really. But it has all 5-star reviews. And one person I know who is a voracious reader of Christian books, I mean, he's read hundreds of books, said it was the best book he's read. And that just floored me. And it's kind of embarrassing to even say that, but I'm just letting you know what others think. The next book is this, Anchored in the Promises. And this is volume 1. So Stolen Identity. And I think I need to change this cover. I don't know. Some people like it, others don't. Now the next book is Anchored in the Promises. And this is volume 1. Volume 2 should be out, I hope, hopefully in a few weeks. Now this is a devotional, but I think it's very unique. It contains 30 devotions in 166 pages. And each devotion, I mean, you can read the devotion itself in 5-6 minutes. But if you want to go much deeper than that, you can. Because every devotion has a guided prayer section, reflection questions, scriptures for further study, and inspiring quotes you can look through. Now, I can picture families going through this at the dinner table. I would have used it for that if I had written it earlier. A pastor I know has bought a bunch for the small group he leads and for all his family members. He called me to tell me it was one of the best devotionals he has ever read. Another pastor enjoyed it so much, he called me to let me know that he is purchasing a bunch for the bookstore in his church. So if you're looking for a spiritual gift for Christmas, maybe a stocking stuffer, these would fit the bill nicely. Now, one more thing. I have been thinking about how to thank those who support this channel on Patreon. It's not a lot of people right now, but it does help, and it helps keep this ministry going. So as a thank you, I want to send you these books. But because money's tight, I can't afford to mail physical books out, but I'll send each of you a PDF file. It's the same file I send out to be published, so it has the cover and all that's got everything. And not only will I send you out these two books, but also the future books I'll write and be publishing regularly. I feel the Lord has called me into a writing ministry, and so every morning I wake up and for the first few hours I write. And I plan on tackling such things as commentaries on Revelation and Daniel and other books I've taught. So as long as you're still a supporter on Patreon, you will receive these books. And the link to Patreon is down below. And so the link also to the books if you want to purchase those. And let me add this. If you do want to start supporting this ministry through Patreon, I would suggest you do it through their website and not the Apple app. Apple has decided to take 30% of every donation. Punk move. All right, that's all I got. Thank you who support the ministry, not only through Patreon, but also through PayPal and Venmo. Those regulars there, I'm also trying to figure out how to send the books to them. But you don't always get the email or anything in PayPal or in Venmo, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm thinking it through. All right, guys, God bless you. Thank you for those who care enough about the ministry to pray and to support. I love you guys.